Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button. On today's episode, I want us to go through the Mommy Club reunion looks and also unpack what happened at the reunion, like episode 12 and 13. Now guys, to be honest, I loved the set. I loved the set. I loved how they played around with the colors, the lightning, everything. And the host, she did that. Yes. I loved Nunu Rai's look. Like the dress out of this world. Like I did not expect that from Nunu Rai, and she did exactly that. 10 out of 10. Nunu Rai girl, 10 out of 10. I loved the hair, the makeup, like the teeth. She looked amazing, and you could see Uguri, she owned that dress. Now I can honestly say Nunu Rai saved this show and the reunion. The minute she said, "Let me jog your memory," I was like, girl. And then she really had Her Majesty on chokehold. I was like, girl, Nunu Rai girl, don't go low with Nunu Rai because she will go lower. And then I loved how she supported Ratile. And I really hope Ukuti Ratile sees Nunu Rai as a friend. Now again, I really thought the host was gonna hold Nunu Rai accountable for hitting below the belt with "Who's your baby daddy" comment, because that does not justify how messy she went. And again, I really thought they were gonna ask Nunu Rai, why did you bring Vena to the show to fight your battles, or what was happening with the Vena thing. But let's move on. Now, Her Majesty's look. Now guys, we really need to be honest about Her Majesty. Her Majesty was the show. Like she was the show. We got to see her family dynamic. We got to see more of her scenes. And then she revealed like she was transparent. Even though some called her a liar and all of that. Some called her delusional. Some called her messy. Like you guys saw all the Twitter comments. But then her presence on the show made the show, and the look she had at the reunion, I loved that. I loved the dress. She looked amazing. The hair. Now, I'm not quite sure about what her daughter was doing at the reunion. I'm like, I loved. Don't get me wrong. I was asking myself, Ukuti, what is Tisato doing at the reunion? Aren't you supposed to be at school or something? What's happening? Please balance me. I really loved her look at the reunion, and then the hair, the makeup, like she looked amazing. And it seems as if her and her mother put on matching outfits, black divas. Yes, I love that. But then I really thought the host was gonna ask Tiseto how she's coping with fame and her mother, like the journey with the therapy and stuff like I did not get much of that, and I expected that. However, where's Omuhle? Where's Vena? Like people who were part of the show, like where are they at the reunion? I'm failing to. Now, Ratile. Hey! Guys, I loved Ratile's look at the reunion. I feel like she looked amazing in that black gown, the hair situation, like the makeup. She looked amazing. But then don't get me wrong. I really feel like this show has villainized Ratile to that level. We labeled her as messy, whereas she was retaliating. To me, I feel like Ratile was sidelined, and then they made her feel uncomfortable, or they made her feel like a wild card. And I'm glad she managed to stand on her ground and called Mrs. Mops on her shit. Now, we need to be honest, Mrs. Mops was an instigator, and she played a huge role in how the drama transpired amongst these ladies. Now, again, I also feel like Ratile cannot articulate herself so well. It ends up as if she is lying most of the time when she wants to address certain issues. Now, get that. Now, it's so funny to me how Her Majesty wants to say, oh, you said a mean comment about me saying, even if I die, it doesn't change the price of the bread. I was like, really? If you are willing to shade other girls, be ready to be red, honey. Be ready to be red. It's a reality show. Now let's move on to Mrs. Mops. Now guys, Mrs. Mops looked amazing in pink It's something that we've seen before, but then she looked amazing. I loved the first situation there, the makeup, the color of the hair. She looked amazing. Now, Mrs. Mops, the deflecting, baby girl, we don't care if you went to Bulawayo. You say that as a mean shade. Now, own that shade, honey. And again, Mrs. Mops, we don't necessarily care if you were so close to losing your house or if you were so close to losing your ring or a diamond shoe. We don't care. You were a mean girl and you need to own that. We don't care. And again, why are you coming to the reunion such with like wanting pity party and stuff? We don't care if you no, cut it, girl. We don't. You need to own up your shit, or you were an instigator and you did all that. Like, own that, Mrs. Mops. Like, what's really happening? It seems as if Mrs. Mops went onto Twitter and she read all the comments and she was like, I need to put it on a classy lady at the reunion. No. The way you were hitting below the belt, continue doing that. Other than that, guys, it was a nice reunion. I don't care for Tseho Manche for as much as I can throw her. To me, she screams coward vibes. Because why were you not even at the reunion? Like, girl, yes, I understand you wanted some time to yourself, like take care of your mental health. But then the producers need to come up with a strict contract, or whenever you sign for a reality show, you need to be at the reunion. Because what is this, honey? Like, what is this? Mrs. Manche, girl, I'm so